Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and I am here with the fresh hell of the day on the Daily Dive in 5. This moment to reintroduce myself. I am the Gothic Rose, hostess of the Dark Entertainment Network. This is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories and makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. I do this because I enjoy it. If you like this type of content, please follow along, because I'm not going to stop. We've got protests, we've got impeachment articles, we've got hearings held up, we've got restraining orders, we have buyouts, we have Coca-Cola, we have world leaders' condemnation. It is just fresh hell. We have so many people out protesting Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and everything that is going on in this administration, especially the takeover of the Treasury. And now they're into Social Security, they're into Medicaid. There's been reports that Elon Musk has like a view only access. I don't believe that, because my phone was just hacked trying to break into an email I haven't used in a while. It's never happened to me before, but this is where we're at. So protests are breaking out. Many of them were yesterday at all of the state capitals across the country, and they are continuing. Our voices are being heard. Because one of the good things to happen is that, thanks to the Senate Judiciary Committee, Kash Patel's hearing has been pushed back a week, which is good because he is dangerous. He is only loyal to Trump, and he really looks like he belongs on the FBI's most wanted list rather than in charge of it. The courts are helping us fight back. We've got Elon Musk being issued a restraining order due to his access of these federal programs. And I don't know, I think it's too late. Like what I've just reported, I feel I've been hacked, and federal employees are reporting finding these downloaded programs onto their servers that they're wondering, are they spying or something? What did Elon Musk and his boy band do? By the way, the youngest one, that's 19, calls himself Big Balls. I strongly doubt that. And this goes along with these supposed federal buyouts, which the Trump administration recently referred to as a deferred resignation program. And this is what was offered to federal employees, promising continued pay and benefits through September 30th, 2025, if they resign by February 6th, which is today, 2025. However, this offer has been met with legal challenges and concerns, and a federal judge has temporarily blocked the program, citing issues such as funding uncertainty and the lack of congressional authorization. The American Fund of Government Employees, AFGE, has advised its members not to accept the offer until further clarification is provided. Of course not. This is the man that has bankrupted 6 businesses and a bunch of casinos. Take no offer. They're just trying to replace you with MAGA loyalists. And now the Latino community in Texas has accused Coca-Cola of betrayal for allegedly supporting anti-immigrant policies and reporting its own Latino employees to ICE. Rumors suggest that Coca-Cola fired over 1,000 Latino workers from its bottling plant and reported them for deportation. And this has led to a boycott campaign against Coca-Cola on social media, with Latinos urging others to avoid purchasing its products. No problem, because I was told years ago that Coca-Cola supported apartheid. Oh, makes sense. President Musk is in charge. Oh my goodness, doesn't that make all the sense in the world that Coca-Cola would do that? Sorry, Coca-Cola. I'm not really into boycotting, but when you are reporting people to ICE, you're done. How sad. I actually went out to lunch yesterday on my birthday and ordered a Coca-Cola, and it came in a bottle because it was the Coca-Cola from Mexico. Oh, what a shame. That was the last one I ever drank. That's it. Now, let's talk about this absolutely batshit crazy idea. So, yesterday, Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu announced a controversial plan during a joint press conference at the White House, where Trump proposed that the United States should take over the Gaza Strip and relocate its Palestinian population to other countries. He described Gaza as a demolition site and suggested turning it into the Riviera of the Middle East, and Netanyahu expressed support for this idea, calling it a potential game changer. I say there's no honor among thieves, and Bibi just wants Trump to use the force of the American military to displace the Palestinians. Now, I was very upset with the Arab community here that either voted third party or sat out because Kamala Harris, who wanted a ceasefire, which we got, but who was also in favor of a two-party state or two-state party. She was in favor of all of this, and there were plans in place. And now, sitting out and letting Trump and his corruption take over, this is what happened. So, Palestinian President Mohammed Abbas called for the United Nations to protect the rights of the Palestinians and condemned the proposal as a serious violation of international law. Hamas also dismissed the idea, calling it a recipe for creating chaos and tension in the region. The proposal has raised numerous legal, moral, and practical concerns. Critics argue that forcibly relocating Palestinians would constitute ethnic cleansing and violate international humanitarian law. There are also questions about the feasibility of implementing such a plan and a potential for increased instability in the region. I mean, you just can't do that. So, Democratic Representative Al Green of Texas has announced that he will file articles of impeachment against President Trump for his recent comments about Gaza. And that is where we're at. So, any member of the House can introduce articles of impeachment, and the House has to vote on this, and hopefully they will. Then it goes to a Senate trial, and a two-thirds majority is required for conviction and removal, which he did not get twice last time, but somehow he's still back in the White House. Now, world leaders reacted to this. So Saudi Arabia rejected the proposal, reaffirming its support for Palestinian statehood. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese reiterated Australia's commitment to a two-state solution. Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz condemned the plan, calling it unacceptable, and emphasized support for a two-state solution. United Nations Human Rights Chief Volker Turk stated that deporting people from Gaza would be illegal and a violation of international law, and Hamas strongly rejected the proposal, warning it could lead to chaos and tension in the region. I mean, you cannot just displace people, but this is what Trump seems to think he can do. He thinks he's not just in charge of America, but in charge of the whole world. And more condemnation. So, Ukraine expressed strong disapproval, emphasizing that the proposal violates international law and could lead to increased instability. But the craziest part of this whole story to me is Russia's foreign ministry described Trump's comments as populist and counterproductive, stating that such remarks could only serve to further fuel tension in the regions. Russia, who started the war with Ukraine, and Putin, who just made this statement saying that if the election wasn't stolen from Trump in 2020, he might not have started this war, which makes no sense. Because I mean, I think most of these leaders don't care what happens to anyone as long as they make money in the end. But this is where we're at with the fresh hell. And no, we cannot displace anyone. because if Trump is willing to do that to Palestinians, he's willing to do that to anyone around the world to take any property, any land, any agriculture, anything that he wants. So we have to stop this now. Stop with the Democrat versus Republican MAGA shit. Just get on board with saving our country and getting these oligarchs out. Thank you for joining me in the den.